Ladies and gentlemen, at 3 a.m., when the world is draped in darkness and the air is thick with quiet, something remarkable happens. The city sleeps, the noise dies down, and for a moment, life feels suspended in time. It's almost as if the universe is holding its breath, waiting for something profound to unfold. This is the hour when you're not distracted by the demands of the day or the noise of the world. Your mind is clearer, your heart is more vulnerable, and your spirit is more open than ever before. In this sacred stillness, something powerful takes place. The opportunity to connect with a force greater than yourself and to declare change over your life. It's not easy getting up at 3 a.m. You've got to fight through sleep and fatigue, push past the temptation to roll over and let the comfort of your bed hold you back. But when you make that choice to rise, to plant your feet on the floor and step into that quiet space, you're making a declaration that your breakthrough matters. You're saying that your dreams are worth fighting for, even when it costs you a little comfort. That sacrifice alone, getting up when everything in you wants to stay down, sends a powerful message to your spirit. You're committed. Now, once you're up, don't just rush into words. Take a moment to breathe. Feel the stillness around you. Close your eyes and let your mind settle. You're not here to rush through some rehearsed words or to check off a spiritual box. You're here to connect, to lay bare your heart, and to embrace the vulnerability that this quiet hour demands. Your posture matters too. Some people kneel, others stand or sit with their hands lifted. Do what feels right for you, but make sure your heart is humble and open. This is not just another ritual. This is a meeting, a divine appointment where your soul and your Creator come face to face. You're bringing your raw, unfiltered self, no masks, no pretending, just you and your faith. Before you speak, let yourself feel the weight of the moment. It's okay to be overwhelmed by it. Sometimes tears will flow before you've said a single word. That's not weakness. That's honesty. That's your spirit reaching out even before your voice does. Let that emotion move through you. It's part of the process. Start with acknowledging the greatness of the one you're praying to. Not because it's a rule, but because it aligns your spirit with the truth. You're coming before the Creator of the universe, the one who holds your destiny in his hands. Acknowledge his power, his love, his willingness to hear you. It shifts your mindset from worry to wonder, from fear to faith. Then as your heart steadies, begin to speak. Speak openly and sincerely. Lay your burdens down without reservation. Whether it's your family, your career, your health, or your purpose, bring it all to the surface. Sometimes we hold back because we think it's too messy or too complicated. But let me tell you something. God is not intimidated by your mess. He's not put off by your pain or your confusion. In fact, he's drawn to it. So don't hold back. Speak with the rawness that comes from knowing you don't have to perform or pretend. There's something powerful about vocalizing your struggles. When you put words to your pain, your fear, your dreams, you're not just informing God, you're confronting yourself. You're facing the reality of what you're going through, and that in itself is a step toward freedom. Don't rush through this part. Let yourself feel every word. Speak boldly, even if your voice shakes, because there's power in that honesty. Sometimes you might find yourself at a loss for words. That's okay. In those moments, let your silence speak. Sometimes the deepest prayers are wordless. It's just your soul crying out without language to confine it. Let that silence be part of your prayer. You don't always have to articulate what's on your heart. God knows it already. Your willingness to show up, to be present, to let your soul pour out, that's more than enough. But don't just stop at pouring out your heart. Once you've laid it all down, shift your focus. Speak life over your situation. Declare that breakthrough is on its way. Claim healing, restoration, and transformation. Use your words not just to vent, but to prophesy change. Tell your situation that it has to bow to the power of faith. Speak as if the victory is already yours, because faith sees beyond what's visible. And don't forget to declare your identity. You are not defeated. You are not hopeless. You are not lost. You are chosen, loved, and empowered. Sometimes you need to remind yourself who you are in the midst of the storm, because when you know who you are, fear loses its grip. Doubt has no room. Your spirit rises up strong and unshaken, ready to fight for the breakthrough you've been seeking. As your words begin to slow, take a moment to breathe again. Let gratitude flood your heart. Not just gratitude for what's coming, but gratitude for what you've learned in the struggle. Thank God for the lessons, for the strength you didn't know you had, for the wisdom that came through pain. Gratitude shifts your perspective from lack to abundance. It reminds you that even in the waiting, you are being shaped and prepared for something greater. And before you close your prayer, listen, be still. Sometimes the most powerful part of praying at 3 a.m. is not what you say, it's what you hear in return. Maybe it's a whisper of peace. Maybe it's a surge of courage. Maybe it's just the stillness wrapping around you like a comforting embrace. Don't rush to fill the silence. Let it be. Let it minister to your soul. When you finally rise from that place of prayer, don't walk away the same. Carry that sense of connection with you. Let your heart remain open and expectant. Because breakthroughs aren't always instant. Sometimes they're gradual, unfolding in small, seemingly insignificant ways. Be alert to those changes. Be willing to see the miracle in the mundane. So when you find yourself up at 3 a.m., don't curse the sleeplessness or lament the restlessness. See it as an invitation, an opportunity to step into the stillness and let your heart speak, to lay down your burdens and pick up your purpose, to meet your Creator in the quiet and let Him remind you that you're not alone, not forgotten, and not without hope. This is your moment, your breakthrough hour. Embrace it. Let it transform you from the inside out. When you wake up at 3 a.m. and decide to pray, it's not just about being awake. It's about being intentional. It's about making a conscious decision to step into a moment of connection with the divine. Too often we rush into prayer without truly preparing ourselves. Our minds are cluttered, our hearts are heavy, and we're distracted by the noise of life. But this sacred moment demands more than just words. It requires your full presence. To prepare your heart and mind means to enter into prayer with purpose, not out of habit or routine. It's about aligning your spirit with faith and setting your intentions straight. You have to know why you're waking up at this hour. And that reason has to be powerful enough to pull you out of bed when your body screams for sleep. Maybe it's a breakthrough you desperately need, a change you can't wait any longer for, or a pain that's too heavy to bear alone. Whatever it is, let that reason become the fuel that drives you to your knees. Start by creating a space that encourages focus and peace. Your environment plays a big role in how your spirit responds. Find a quiet corner, light a candle, or put on soft worship music. Something that tunes out the chaos and invites tranquility. This isn't just about aesthetics. It's about building an atmosphere where your soul feels safe to open up. A cluttered space can reflect a cluttered mind, so keep it simple, clean, and purposeful. Let the atmosphere signal to your spirit that it's time to meet with God. Once your space is set, center yourself. Take a few deep breaths and let your mind slow down. Too often, we jump into prayer with our thoughts racing, worrying about tomorrow, replaying yesterday, or stressing about what's beyond our control. But to truly connect in prayer, you have to quiet that storm inside. Sometimes it helps to speak out loud. God, I'm here. I'm setting aside my worries, my fears, and my doubts. I'm giving you this moment. One of the most important aspects of preparing your heart and mind is humility. Come as you are, raw, honest, and unguarded. Leave your pride at the door, because pride builds barriers between you and the divine. Sometimes we think we have to put on a strong front, even in prayer, but that's not what this moment is about. God doesn't need your perfection. He wants your authenticity. Let go of the need to impress or sound a certain way. Be real, be honest. Let your guard down. Next, focus on setting your intention. What are you truly seeking in this moment? Are you praying for guidance, healing, strength? Don't just wander through your thoughts. Get specific. Speak out your intention clearly. God, I'm seeking clarity in my decisions. I need direction and wisdom to navigate this season. Or maybe it's, Lord, I'm broken and I need your healing touch to mend my spirit. When you declare your intention, you're not just informing God, you're setting your own heart on course. Faith plays a critical role here. You can't approach this moment half-heartedly or with doubts gnawing at your spirit. You have to believe that what you're asking for is possible, even if it seems far away. That's where preparation becomes crucial. Because if you come into prayer burdened with disbelief, it will cloud your words and weaken your spirit. Speak faith into yourself before you even begin. I believe that change is coming. I believe that healing is possible. I believe that my breakthrough is on its way. Let those declarations reshape your mindset and prepare your heart to receive. One of the most overlooked aspects of preparation is forgiveness. Sometimes the very breakthrough we're seeking is hindered by the grudges we hold or the guilt we carry. Take a moment to examine your heart. Are you holding on to bitterness? Are there wounds that you haven't let heal because pride or pain keeps them fresh? Release those burdens. Forgiveness isn't just about freeing the person who hurt you. It's about freeing yourself from the chains that are holding back your blessings. Speak it out. I forgive those who have wronged me. I release the hurt, the resentment, and the pain. I choose to walk in freedom. As you prepare your mind, focus on letting go of control. Often our prayers are more about telling God how to fix things rather than surrendering to His will. Preparation means releasing that need to dictate outcomes. You're not coming to bargain or manipulate, you're coming to trust. Remind yourself that God's plans are higher than your own. Trust that whatever the outcome, it's for your growth, your good, and His glory. Prepare your heart by remembering past victories. Think back to the times when you thought you wouldn't make it, but somehow you did. Let those memories fuel your faith. When you recall how God brought you through before, it becomes easier to believe He'll do it again. Sometimes the best way to prepare your heart is with gratitude for the breakthroughs you've already seen. Let your spirit be stirred by remembrance and hope. Eliminate distractions. This moment is too precious to let your phone or worries pull you away. Turn off notifications, silence your devices, and give this moment your full attention. You wouldn't sit with someone important and keep checking your phone. Why do that when you're in the presence of the Almighty? Show your respect and reverence by being fully present. Finally, prepare your spirit by immersing yourself in scripture or words of encouragement. Sometimes reading a verse before you start praying can anchor your thoughts and remind you of God's promises. Choose verses that resonate with your intention, whether it's Psalm 46:10, be still and know that I am God, or Isaiah 41:10, fear not, for I am with you. Let those words become the foundation of your prayer, giving you confidence and peace. When your heart is prepared and your mind is aligned, you're not just praying, you're stepping into a spiritual battlefield fully armed. You're not showing up unprepared, mumbling words and hoping for the best. You're standing firm, rooted in faith and expectation. You're not begging for a miracle. You're claiming it, confident that your preparation has opened the door for something extraordinary to take place. This kind of preparation doesn't mean that every prayer will be easy or that your emotions won't get the best of you sometimes. There will be nights when the words won't come or your doubts feel heavier than your faith. That's okay. Just the act of showing up and positioning yourself in that quiet hour shows your commitment to change. Sometimes the biggest victory is simply choosing to rise when everything else wants you to stay down. Don't underestimate the power of preparation. It's not just about the words you say, it's about the posture of your heart and the readiness of your spirit. When you prepare with intention, humility, and faith, you're not just hoping for a breakthrough. You're positioning yourself to receive it. You're setting the stage for transformation to unfold. So take the time, make the effort, prepare yourself to meet with the divine, and watch how that preparation changes not just your prayer, but your entire perspective.